So yesterday we were like kind of seeing things. Okay, so this week's test portions. Okay, you are not aware. Okay, the test portion for this week will be Living World, Biological Classification, and Cell. Whatever chapters that we have written so far, the same chapters will be there. This is an objective type test, weekend test portion. The weekend test portion this time is like kind of a cumulative of all these things. Okay, and the next week it will be cell cycle. Yeah, on 17th there is a term test, subjective test. I think you would have given, you would have got a file. I think it was very precisely written everything. You all got the file or no? Who all did not get the file? Yeah, that's what, that just one image only, nothing else. You all have got that file or no? I said like that image. Just a second, you will see it. Yeah, this is the thing. If you have not received this thing, please take a photocopy. As in like take a photo. Yeah, right. So this is the case. Adish, I think this should answer your question. Portal mentioned at mention time. Yeah. So whatever time that limit that we are giving, within that time limit, you have to get it. So the portion for biology will be this for subjective test. It is going to be your living world biological classification cell. Yeah, it will be mostly at NCRT level. You read the CBSE textbook, you should be able to answer it. With maybe a few application level questions, which will be general. The pattern is very simple. 25 marks is going to be only 1 mark. Only you have 2 mark question and 3 mark question. It is similar to how you write in your exams. I'm pretty sure that you have been given some questions at the homework, in the homework level. So whatever level that the questions were there in the homework, the similar level only will be. In homework, I have always given subjective questions only. So the same way. Is it clear? Are you all clear with the thing? And this one also, max also, see it. Max, physics, chemistry, biology, all are going to be the same pattern only. Okay, fine then. Then we can continue with class. As mentioned here, no. So I will be like teaching till a particular point and then I'll stop the classes. So we will be having some kind of revision now. Okay. So already we have completed these chapters. You're all well in advance, you're going. So from this Friday onwards, so till Friday I will take class. After Friday next week, excuse me. So after Friday next week, fully we will be doing revision for this exam. As in, I don't want you to study separately for biology. Okay. So during the biology class itself, you will be studying for the exam. I will be giving you questions. You will be like studying and writing them. That way we will be like revising. So your 1 hour of biology class will be more of revision orientation. Okay. You can study, use the other time for studying maths, physics, chemistry. So if you are attending the biology class properly, I assure that you will be able to score well in this exam. Okay. And the questions are going to be like similar only. Okay, then I think this is done. We stopped yesterday at proteins. We have completed proteins. So we are doing this chapter biomolecules. So far we have completed what is micromolecule and macromolecule. We have also completed what is primary metabolite and secondary metabolite. Yeah, 25 1 mark question can be anything. It can be very short answer. It can be fill up. It can be MCQ. It can be match the following. It can be true or false. It can be anything. Or it can be a one-line answer. Something where you will be asked to write only one line. In some cases, like I can ask you to write a reason in one line. Expansion, expand ATP kind of questions. Expand DNA, expand RNA, those kind of questions. Okay, we have studied about micro, macro, primary metabolite, secondary metabolite. And then we have moved on to amino acids. Then we have seen protein structure. So now we are going to get into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay. So what is the fatty acid and glycerol? So glycerol is a very simple molecule. Okay. So let us try to study about what is glycerol first of all before we go for anything else. Glycerol structure you should know. What is glycerol? C, C, C. You put 3 carbons. Okay. You all know what is the valency of carbon. So you accordingly you put some lines. In one of this thing you put OH. In another thing also you put OH. You attach one more OH to the carbon. Okay. So now what you do is you try to fill the remaining with hydrogen. This will be H. 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 So this is glycerol. Okay. So the structure of glycerol is very simple. You put 3 carbons and you attach OH group with each carbon, and then you fill the remaining position with hydrogen. Okay. So this structure is what we call it as glycerol. Okay. So this glycerol and the glycerin are same. Okay. Glycerol, glycerin and all is same. So how would you name this in IUPAC naming? Any idea? So you guys know how to name it in no, not ethyl alcohol. Okay, the name is, you see here, like how I go ahead with naming this compound, you need to know. Okay, listen here. I see alcohol functional group. So this is alcohol, this is alcohol, this is alcohol. Okay, and I'm seeing a carbon chain. So since I'm seeing this alcohol, it has to be an alcohol. But it is having 3 alcohol groups. So which means it has to be triol. Okay, whenever there are 3 alcohol, I will use the word triol. It is attached with what? Carbon, carbon, carbon. 3 carbon will be what? 3 carbon will be prop group. Propen. Okay, the word I'll use is propen. Where is the 3 alcohol group is attached? This is the first carbon, this is the second carbon, this is the third carbon. 1, 2, 3 triol. So this is the name. Okay. Can we also write it as tripropanol, sir? Okay. It is not propanol, it's propentriol. 3 alcohol group is there. Tripropanol means what? Only 1 alcohol group is there, propan group is 3. That way it is not possible. Okay, propane 1, 2, 3. You can write if you want propan or propane. 1, 2, 3 triol. You can write this way. Okay. If you prefer to name this by without using alcohol, okay. If you consider this OH group as side chain, you can say this is trihydroxypropane. You can name this way also, but this is the preferred. This is the preferred. Hey, what are you asking, man? Will this be in 20th August? Means what is the meaning of it? I don't understand. உனக்கு தெளிவா வந்துட்டு படம் போட்டு காமிச்சேன்ல என்ன போர்ஷன் இருக்குன்ட்டு இது எப்படி இருக்கும் டெஸ்ட்ல ஏதாவது கேட்கணும்னு கேக்குறது Okay, so this the name is propen 1, 2, 3 triol. So please write and then write the structure. This is glycerol. Okay, so if you are done, you let me know so that we can proceed. Are you guys done? Okay, so now like we will move on. Next one is we need to know what is a fatty acid. A fatty acid is nothing but something which has a carboxylic acid group with a long chain of carbon. Okay, the carbon chain may be saturated or unsaturated. Based on this property, the fatty acid can be saturated fatty acid or unsaturated fatty acid. So you just write this thing, I'll explain. Okay, what is this fatty acid? It is a carboxylic acid group with a long chain of carbon. So now tell me, what is carboxylic acid group? Carboxylic acid group na enna? You have a central carbon atom which is attached with double bond O, OH. இப்படி இருக்கு. Okay, which is what we call it as COOH. இதுதான் வந்து we call it as what? We call it as carboxylic acid. This is attached with a long chain of carbon. Yeah, carboxylic acid group with a long chain of carbon. Okay, so this is what we call it as fatty acid. So now I am going to have a chain like this: carbon, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let it be like this. So let us say this is H2, 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 this is H2. Okay, this, can we call this as a saturated or unsaturated? Will you call this as a saturated or unsaturated? You will not see this group. You will never see this group. This is the fatty acid group. You should never see for double bond here. You should see only for this thing. When do you say something is saturated? Everything is having single bond. Then only we will say it is saturated. Okay. Here all like it is all like what? Saturated only. Everything is saturated. So here are you having any double bond in this chain? You should not consider this thing because this is the functional group. Functional group will not be affected. You talk about this thing. Okay, the first carbon should be H3. Sorry, this is H3. Yeah, right. This one will be H3. So is it saturated or unsaturated? We are we'll be able to clearly say that it is saturated. This is a saturated fatty acid. Okay, which we call it as capric acid. This is a capric acid. This is found in our food. Okay, so this is a very simple saturated fatty acid with 10 carbon totally, including the one in the functional group. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 carbon saturated fatty acid is capric acid. Okay, so still some people are saying it is unsaturated. This is not unsaturated. Please understand, all these things are having only single bonds. Okay, so what is the meaning of this H2? The meaning of this H2 is nothing but you have one H in the top and one H in the bottom. Similarly, here also one H in the top and one H in the bottom. That is what is written like this. Here also I have written H2. What is the meaning of it? Here one H, here one H. If you see everything will be single bonded. So this one is saturated fatty acid. Are we able to understand? Maria, you are able to understand? Okay, Maria has responded already. Wait a minute. Dev Anand, you are able to understand? Raghavendra, Adish, Raghavendra and Adish, quickly respond. Adish? Okay, good. What about Ashwin Velan? Ashwin Velan, you are able to understand? Okay. So this is a very typical thing. So let us light some examples. So similarly, saturated fatty acids. First one, capric acid. 10 carbons. The second one, lauric acid. 12 carbons. Okay. Then the third one, palmitic acid. 16 carbons. The fourth one, stearic acid. It's 18 carbons. Fifth one, caprylic acid is 8 carbons. So these are all some of the commonly found in food. Okay. So I'm not just giving random things. So these are all commonly found in the food that we eat. So all the saturated fats that we eat, most often the animal fats are saturated. Okay. So if you're eating butter, if you're eating ghee, if you're eating meat, what kind of fatty acids will be present? These kind of fatty acids will be present there. So this is the fatty acid list, which is saturated. Okay. Yes, we are having capric acid, lauric acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid, caprylic acid are all found in our food. It is found in saturated. Please listen. If I am telling it is saturated fatty acid, the saturated fatty acid will be usually found in butter, ghee, milk, mutton, okay, pork, beef, all animal related things, animal fats. Fat foods that are obtained from animals will have saturated fatty acids. These are the common thing that we eat. You eat egg yolk. Egg yolk only will have fat. Okay. So all these food items will contain this thing. Yes, if you're considering a vegan will not be able to, will not have all these things. If you're talking about a vegan might not eat these things. Okay. Out of these two fats, no, I mean like the fats which are there, the saturated and unsaturated. We will now go to unsaturated and then like we'll understand what is unsaturated fatty acid. Just wait for some time. Third slide, yeah. Wait, I'll answer all those questions. Vidushan. So moving on, if suppose let us say that carbon is there, chain is there. Let us say that one of them is double bond. Okay, so now if I'm filling this thing, this will become H, this will become H, this will become H, this will become H. Here already 3 are over, so I'll just add one H. Here already 3 are over, so I'll add only one H. Here already 2 are only over, so I'll add 2H. Here again I will add 2H. Here I'll add 3H. In this case, we call this kind of thing with at least one double bond as a unsaturated fatty acid. Whenever the carbon chain is having at least one double bond. Okay, so this is a double bond that we are able to see. So the double bond is present in a carbon chain wherever it is. If it is having one or more double bond, we call that as unsaturated fatty acid. Are we able to understand? We call that as a unsaturated fatty acid. So you have some common unsaturated fatty acids. The most common ones are oleic acid, oleic acid will have 16 carbons. Okay, so similarly, you have palmolytic acid. Sorry, oleic will have 18. Oleic will have 18. You have palmolytic. Just a second. Spelling is wrong. Palmitoleic, which will have 16 carbons. Linolenic, then linolenic will have 18 carbons. You also have something called as linoleic. This will have 18 carbons. Two unsaturated double bonds. This will have three double bond. This will have one double bond. This will have 16 carbons, one double. You have something called as ylidic. All these things will have acid behind them. Will have 18 carbons with one double bond. Okay, this is how your unsaturated fats are there. Triple bond will also be there. Whatever I have given here is double bond. Naturally, if I'm giving different names, no, then naturally oleic acid and elidic acid I have given 18 carbons, one double bond I have said. Here also I have said 18 carbons and double bond is given. So basically these two things will have a different structure. Okay. I mean, it's not essential to know the structure, but you should at least know that these are all unsaturated fatty acids. Yeah, omega-3 fatty acid is a polyunsaturated fatty acid that is also present. Omega-3 fatty acid is not one acid. It is a group of acids which we call. Okay. If the double bond is present 3 atoms away from the end group. So say for example, if there is like a long carbon chain, like this, you have this. Okay, this is the terminal carbon position. This is the first, second, third. Here, if it is going to be present, then we call that as a omega-3 fatty acid. Okay, so you have this position. When do we call it as some acid as omega-3? Which means if your carbon double bond is going to be present here in this kind of position, third thing away from that, third position. So this is the first, second, third. In the third carbon from the terminal position, if it is present, we call that as a omega-3 fatty acid. It is helpful for your fatty acid oxidation in your body. Fifth slide, yeah, you can see it. Are you able to understand? Okay, so these are all list of fatty acids. So now what we are going to see is, we are going to see how fat is going to be formed. Okay, so now before that thing, I'll just try to tell you which fat is good for health, because everyone is like kind of asking that question. You please understand, unsaturated is preferred. Why they are preferred? Basically, unsaturated are easy to break. Okay, unsaturated fatty acids will be easy for us to break because they are chemically like little bit unstable. So if you want to break the fat quickly, then which one you can go for? You can go for unsaturated. The more saturated fatty acids are there, they are tough to break down. So say for example, if you are having a tummy and if you want to like kind of break it down, naturally what you need to do is like you should have like kind of what unsaturated fatty acids. If you have consumed a lot, it is easy to break the tummy. But on the contrary, if you have ate all like saturated things, then in that case it will become difficult for us to break it. So whenever your fatty acid is broken down, unsaturated will be like kind of broken down first, and then comes your saturated. So naturally what happens is, in terms of breaking, you need to see to that you are having unsaturated so that it is easy for us. All animals, I mean like all the plant oils, you have sunflower oils, those kind of things are good basically. Sunflower oil, groundnut oil, gingerly oil. So oils which are coming from plants usually have unsaturated fatty acids. So what you need to know one more thing is that it is not that fat is like essential for your body. It is not like you can avoid fat at all, fat completely. Fat is essential. Say for example, for all your bodily functions, you need fat. You have studied that plasma membrane is made out of fat. Every cell will need plasma membrane. Okay, so which means without fat you cannot form plasma membrane. And then next thing that you need to know is, there are vitamins which are soluble only in fats. Vitamins A, D, E and K, they are called as fat soluble vitamins. If these vitamins are to be utilized in your body, you need fat. Okay. Omega 3 is from fish. I am saying generally, whenever you are talking about generally, mostly unsaturated fatty acids are coming from plants. It is not a must that unsaturated can come only from plants. Okay, it can also come from animals like fishes. Fishes will also have unsaturated fatty acids. In fact, like the cod liver oil, you all eat that tablet, no? Cod liver oil tablets. So that cod liver oil tablets, which you take it for omega 3 fatty acid, is coming from fishes only. Okay, usually these kind of unsaturated fatty acids are not found in mutton, chicken. Your red meat will not have it. Okay, your red meat might not have it, but you have lean meats. Chicken will have, yeah, you have olive oil also. Olive oil is coming from, again, like you have your thing. Okay, so you need to know that unsaturated is preferred because whenever you are taking unsaturated fatty acids, it's easy to break. Saturated fatty acids will take more time to break. I think you can consume olive oil. Olive oil also has equal amount of omega 3 fatty acids. You just know this thing, man. Like, I don't know about the omega D3 and omega 3. I'm not sure about it. What is the difference between mono unsaturated and poly unsaturated? You should know. Okay, you have some mono unsaturated fatty acid, and then you have poly unsaturated fatty acid. You should know. What is the meaning of mono unsaturated fatty acid? Means from the name itself, you should be able to tell. Okay, MUFA and PUFA, we call it as. What is this mono unsaturated? Means only one double bond is there. This one has many double bonds. Now tell me between these things, like you tell me which one is uh, better, having polyunsaturated fatty acid or monounsaturated fatty acid. Which one is good for health? The more the double bonds are there, the fats are easy to break. Okay. The more double bonds are there, what is the meaning? It is easy for us to break. So you tell me whether it's mono or poly. Which one is better? So I want answer from Surya Narayanan. I want answer from Ashwin Velan. So naturally, many double bonds are easy to break. So this is the preferred one. Okay. So PUFA is better. Polyunsaturated fatty acids are easy to break. Okay. So now we are going to get into the last part of the thing. You have a glycerol molecule. Okay. You have a fatty acid chain like this. When these two things are combining, you are going to get what you call it as a lipid. Okay, when these two things are joining, you will get what you call it as a lipid. How will they join is the question. So you have OH group here and you have a hydrogen here. These two things are going out in the form of water. Then this will join together to form what we call it as a lipid. We know that a lipid is made out of what and what? It is made out of, a lipid is made out of what and what? Fatty acid plus glycerol will give you a monoglyceride. Monoglyceride is a lipid. So how will this happen? This will happen because of what we call it as esterification reaction. Okay, this is a carboxylic acid group. And what is this group is called as? This group is called as alcohol. Okay, you should know that whenever a carboxylic acid group reacts with alcohol, it will give you an ester plus water. You would have studied this in Which class? 10th standard. Ethanoic acid. Carbon and its compounds. You would have studied. Yes or no? So you would have studied about this particular concept. So carboxylic acid, when it is combining with alcohol, it will form ester plus water. So this is a esterification reaction. So the same thing is applied here. So you have, this is a alcohol group. What is glycerol is glycerol is having what? Alcohol group. So this is going to react with carboxylic acid group, which is present in the fatty acid. If this is going to join, no, this water is going to go out. What will it form? It will form a structure like this. C O C double bond O. This will be there this way. This will be there. This will be CH OH CH2 OH. This is what we call it as a monoglyceride. Monoglyceride is a fat. It is a combination of what and what? One molecule of glycerol plus one fatty acid. Are we able to understand? So with this thing, we'll stop today's class. Yeah, lipid is a ester, correct. Lipid is a ester. Fatty acid and glycerol will try to get it. Monoglyceride is one type of lipid. Monoglyceride is one type of lipid. We'll study about it more tomorrow. So you just take it down now. Okay, so we'll move on further. 8th slide. I'll show you all the slides. First slide, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Okay, thank you. Third,